Yes, they may be the runaway championship leaders in 2023, and their driver, Max Verstappen, is going on some rampage right now, already hitting 10 wins in a row. But Red Bull Racing, Oracle Red Bull Racing, off the scenes, behind the cameras, have not been the most calm team in the Formula One paddock. There's a lot that you can say about Red Bull, about their dominance, about their season, but there's still that bit of off-track questionnaire that's about in that squad. Red Bull from 2022 until now have been dominating Formula One like no man's business. But you can obviously think that everything is alright. Everyone's having a laugh, everyone's smiling about. But after recent news, just some time ago, not too long ago, could have been a day or two ago, Helmut Marko made some really xenophobic comments about Sergio Perez, his own driver, which I wasn't really in agreement with because, Sergio Perez is a good driver, and I know this year he's made quite a few mistakes. That crash in Monaco, his crash in Hungary, and also that slip up in Australia. But I don't think Sergio Perez is far away. I think Perez is far away from certain other drivers that were not so good. Perez is a great driver, don't get me wrong. But Helmut Marko kind of took it too far with comments. In case you haven't heard about it, he basically said Perez is not as focused as Sebastian Vettel and Max Verstappen, all because of his Mexican heritage. Now, that's something disrespectful to say to the Mexican Minister of Defense. But all jokes aside, xenophobia shouldn't be allowed, especially in such an organization like this, Formula One. I feel like Helmut Marko was not sincerely, but massively wrong for calling Perez out like that, saying that he's not as focused as Sebastian Vettel and Max Verstappen. Maybe Verstappen may have a better car than him, but that doesn't mean that Sergio Perez isn't focused. So I feel like Helmut Marko is just throwing himself he's just throwing himself under the radar with some of these comments, because it's not really the first time Helmut Marko has made controversial comments. He's made comments about Lewis Hamilton before. He's made comments about all sorts of drivers, and to an extent you feel like it's getting too much. We don't know what's going on with Red Bull behind the scenes, but I feel like in the team there should be some order. Helmut Marko, I've got respect for him, but in the last few years, he's been not at his best. So I feel like sometimes a platform shouldn't be given to him. Sounds harsh from me, but I feel like it's not just a problem of Helmut Marko. I think there's still a bit of bad blood somewhere in the Red Bull team. It's just not shown a lot on the cameras. I think it all starts from maybe Monaco last year, in case you're wondering, that crash for Sergio Perez, which ultimately brought out an end to qualifying and handing Charles Leclerc pole position. Some say Perez did that deliberately so that he could retain his position ahead of Max. And then ultimately, the following day, in a very crazy Monaco Grand Prix, Sergio Perez turned out to be the race winner. And again, during Sergio Perez's celebrations, according to Max Verstappen's mother, said that Perez was cheating on his own wife, which was quite crazy. There was just a lot that was going on at the time. It was crazy. But that was in May, and after that, some days after, it became chill until November 13, I think it was, 2022, the Sao Paulo or Brazilian Grand Prix, where Perez or Verstappen had to give 6th place, I think it was, to Sergio Perez, who was behind him. and did not do so. We thought Verstappen was going to give him the place towards the line, and already that was a frustrating race for Red Bull, as Verstappen made contact with Lewis Hamilton and was given a penalty for that. I think so. And Verstappen made some truly interesting comments, saying things about Monaco, some sort of redemption or payback for what Perez kind of did in Monaco. It was some very crazy things. It was mad, and the drama that was going on with Red Bull at the time may not have cleared away right now. It could still be there. Maybe Max and Perez have gone along somewhat, but I mean, in between the camp, there's that bit of tension. So I feel like the champions may have that similar situation that is kind of reminiscent to what Spain's national women's team is going through right now. But I won't talk about that. But all I'll say is that I support Sergio Perez and I stand with him. And Helmut Marko was wrong. It's good he apologized, but I don't think such comments should be made. So, well, that's what I have to say for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you did enjoy this video, please remember to smash that like button. I hope we all stand with Sergio Perez. And, well, from me, out to F1, it's goodbye.